This is breaking news.
Welcome to Illustrate Radio.
Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original.
Illustrate Radio now.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pistol. I was making that cash. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn up. Fuck you, man.
Oh, great day. Oh, look. I was like, oh shit, I'm frozen. I can't. Great day, magical beings, and welcome to another magical episode on Illustrate Radio Show. I got my beautiful co-host T Gray with me. How you doing, gorgeous?
I'm good. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Wednesday. I'm still kind of asleep, so I might need your help because I'm a little sluggish today.
Oh, wake that ass up.
I know.
I too am tired. That's the last bit I've got. Wake your ass up.
Right, so y'all, we have a great show for you all tonight, and we also have some awesome news that I'm gonna let my boo share in a little bit that I cannot wait to hear more about, and I'm so proud of her. But before we get into all of that, just let y'all know where y'all can find us, and if you miss us, where you can catch us and all of that good stuff. Make sure you all are downloading us on Apple, Twitch, YouTube, Roku TV. Make sure we are everywhere, that you're following us there as well. We are powered by WEMS Radio, so make sure you all check them out. They have some awesome shows just like ours on there as well. We need all the thumbs and the likes and the streams because we are nothing without you all. So I see those views going up on YouTube, and I am very excited about that. So yes, keep us going. I was like, shit, we got 1K on one. I see us. Okay. So before we get into the show, we are missing our boo as well, Mimi. And she'll be hopefully joining us today. If not, we will definitely see Mimi for sure next week back with us because, we miss you when you're not here. You know what I'm saying? So we had her new segment last week. What was it called again, T Gray? Because you thought of it. More than music with Mimi. Yes, I love that. More than music. So we look forward to that next week and her being present with us. Hopefully, again, Mimi, you can catch us. If not, we miss you and all of that good shit. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my luck segment real quick, so then I could just move forward and pass it to you. So it is just my luck that I am always blessed with the lesson that I love to share as a blessing with all. And, sometimes we have a way of over-explaining ourselves to people and always being misunderstood. And if you are a Gemini, I think our whole zodiac sign is just totally, totally misunderstood. You know what I stick with, though? If you know your intentions, I don't feel the need to keep over-explaining, being apologetic. People either know your intentions or they don't. And stop trying so hard if that's the case. If they don't get you, just let it be. You know what your intentions were. Just move the fuck on from it. Stop wasting so much energy feeding into situations, people, jobs, or things that no longer serve you. It is a full moon tonight. Well, it's going to be a full moon for the next couple of days. And this is the time of releasing and calling things to you that are of positive light. So we're going to let go of us trying so hard, because I know they say that anything worth having, you got to work hard for, right? Yeah, only when it's also working in your favor and adding to you as well. If you are feeling like it is draining and it is overwhelming, it is. So let it the fuck go and move the fuck on, because we ain't got time for oversensitive motherfuckers. We ain't got time for our powers and our presence not being appreciated. We don't have time for that. Okay? So yeah, that's it for just my luck. Fuck all the bullshit. It's like, nah. I'm fucking tired.
Oh, and of course, y'all already know, like, for some reason, we deep synced up on shit. Like, her shit low key spills right into mine. So
go ahead and get into it.
Time for my love and
love.
just let me take a minute and say that I really, really love my love and picture. I haven't looked like that in quite some time. Just that face, them hoops, them lips. I just really love that photo.
And that pose.
Get that off my chest.
That was given, girl.
That was a good photo shoot day for real, you guys. On the low, it was a good. That was some of my best pictures. Anyway, so today's love and quite similar to Lucky was love and let that shit go. And I'm speaking specifically to baby mamas and baby daddies. Where do I begin, you guys? Where do I begin on the hold mentally, emotionally, physically that people impose on their baby mama or their baby daddy? Now, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it real. Just because you have a child together and you're no longer in a relationship, that does not mean that, yes, you are linked and you are connected because you have this child, but it means that you can co-parent. It doesn't mean that you have an obligation over that person's life. It doesn't mean that you're entitled to anything. It doesn't mean that emotionally, physically, financially, physically the most, but it doesn't mean that you're supposed to keep things going. It doesn't mean that you own that person. It doesn't mean that they can't move forward in their life. It doesn't mean that because they're dating somebody new or they have a new situation that you got something to do with it. I wish that for 2022 going into 2023 that some of you baby mamas and baby daddies wake all the way the fuck up. Let that shit go. Like my co-host said, if it's not feeding you, what the fuck? If it's not positive, if you aren't there for the child, make sure that child is safe. Make sure that child is fed. Make sure that child is nourished. Make sure that child grows in a healthy environment or two separate healthy environments. Do that. But other than that, the hold that you all have and the imposition that you feel like you should put on that person's life is absolutely ridiculous. People should be able to move forward. And what is it about you that you can't let go? This, if not any other time, if not any other year, let that shit go. And furthermore, if you have a baby mama or you have a baby daddy, and you have moved forward in your life relationship-wise, you need to have set clear boundaries. And if those boundaries cannot be met by the other person and not be met by you, then you're not ready to move forward, okay? Put a pin in that shit. Stop trying to be grown. Stop trying to get out here and you trying to show off because you're not ready. Anytime you feel the need that you got to keep, it will not harassing, maybe not be the best word, but anytime you feel like you have to keep being involved in that person's life outside of that child, you're not ready to move on. So stop trying to put on your big girl draws and your big boy draws if you know you're not ready. But if you are, let that shit go. Let them live their life. Co-parent, breathe, move the fuck on. But this baby mama this and my baby daddy can't do that and who they with and who she with. Y'all too old for this shit. I had a discussion this week that just really, it turned my stomach, the behavior of the parents. Let that shit go. Let it go. Breathe. Take it. This is like a monkey. Get that monkey up off your back, you guys. Raise your child. Let your child be healthy. Let your child be happy. Show your child what happiness looks like. Okay? Show your child what peace looks like. And stop teaching your child disdain. Stop teaching your child that you're supposed to act the fuck up every time you see that other person. That is just, it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And I'm speaking to all the baby mamas and all the baby daddies, 18 and up. That's enough. I'm finished.
Yeah, I be feeling like sometimes it could be feelings involved too. And when you don't set clear boundaries, just before you start dating, you should do that whether you're considered dating or not. because boundaries and things need to be set and the tone needs to be set. And I always look for both parents to set the tone, but I also look for the man to set the tone as far as that dynamic. If I'm dating a man with a baby mama, I don't want to have to deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's my point though.
Yeah.
People cannot separate what they feel for their child for what they feel from the adult. And I feel like if you're not mature enough to do that, you don't need to be fucking unprotected. Let's just call a spade a spade. If you're not mature enough to handle being a baby mama or being a baby daddy, if you're not mature enough to handle the possibility that you all might not be together, and this husband and wives, people get divorced, whatever. If you're not mature enough to handle whatever the outcome may possibly be, why you fucking? Why you letting them bust off in you, sir? Why you ain't just tell her to swallow them kids? Like, you have other options other than let's just keep this archaic way about us. When I tell you that I was so happy in my younger years, I was so happy. One of my baby daddies in particular, I was so happy when he got to a point that he was over me. Because he was no longer attacking me. He was no longer treating our child bad because you wanted to. You couldn't have me.
Right.
Like the growth. Like, yes, look at you. Take care of your child. Look at how easy this is. And I'm not one of them baby mamas.
Maggie,
Or I'm not one of them that you can't see. I'm not that, like, at all. I give you peace because I need my peace.
Fact.
But it's just like, you know, grow up, you guys. And I hear these conversations, and some of these conversations that I'm hearing are women who are 35 or are men who are 40. Like, who she dating? No, she got somebody around my son. Of course she does. She's a single woman who's fine as fuck.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's always going to be, this is what I don't get. And I don't hate to string off topic like this, but it's what I don't get. I don't understand why people act like it ain't always somebody around your child that you don't know. It ain't just like the girlfriend. It could be a cousin. It could be anybody that calls your child harm. So why are you so concerned about a person? You had a kid with me. You should trust my judgment. The fuck? Like, the hell? Look, I'm gonna have whoever the fuck I want to have around me. Shout out to my cousin. Hey, Nikki, I see you. Hey, cuz. Like,
he said, not swallow the kids, yes.
Yeah, swallow kids. Shit.
And pray that one don't go down the wrong pipe, because
it don't have travel to the ovaries. Okay. Well, that was a good one. We do tend to coincide with each other. Pretty much let it go. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. And, water things that water you back. We are in the stage right now. We're in the phase right now. I need to be watered. You know what I'm saying? My plans, my season, I may not be as more. I need to be watered too. I want to reciprocate and I also want to receive. So that being said, like, yeah, I ain't got time to be watering no dead plants. We over that. That is a done deal. We are not bringing that in 2023 because that was in 2022. Okay, we learned that lesson. Yeah. All right, moving right along. We're gonna get right into our spit that ish. With the current passing of artist Takeoff from the Migos, it's just been announced that his funeral will be held at the Atlanta State Farm Arena, and Justin Bieber will be headlining one of the performances. They're not sure how long he's going to perform or anything like that, but so TMZ pretty much reported that. Justin Bieber doesn't really have any solo songs with Takeoff per se, but he does have some songs with the Migos. What You See, Looking For You. He also has another couple of records with Quavo, which is Takeoff uncle, like we all know. They have, I think the priest's name, the Reverend is Reverend Jesse Kearney. Did I say that right? Okay, yeah. Reverend Jesse Kearney is senior pastor of New Mercies Christian Church, will officiate the service. And the service will be held 11/11/2022. And those are some magical numbers right there as well. Let me just say condolences, because another talented person. He was a very I don't know, something about him. He had a great spirit about him as well. You can kind of like feel that energy through his calmness. He wasn't really loud, didn't really talk a lot, but when he did open his mouth, it was always either love or a whole lot of laughter following behind it. So it's saddening to lose such a light spirited person like that, where you can kind of feel his energy without him even saying anything. And to lose your nephew as well. So more condolences out to Quavo as well. But yeah, Justin Bieber. I don't know how to.
It's gonna be fantastic, bitch.
I know it is.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I know, but I'm just like, I just hope that there's somebody else too.
So more than likely there will be.
Okay.
But
right, cool.
So DP Johnson, she chimed in and said allegedly him and Justin were close, so she's here for it. DP, me too. Okay. And she said you never know who's in someone's corner. People have private friendships, and she thinks that Bieber was one of them. Now, the reason why I like this is because I low-key feel like people be sleeping on Justin Bieber. And including him.
Justin Bieber is extremely talented.
I think sometimes he be sleeping on himself. So I feel like if there were ever a time when he's going to put it all out on the stage, that this is going to be it. And Takeoff was super talented. He was my favorite member of the Migos.
Yeah, he's the only one I really like.
Right. I'm sure there's going to be other people, but just with the genre and being in church. Come on, white boy. Take us to church, white boy. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Look, wait. So I'm not sleeping on him. You know what I'm saying? It's just
church Justin one time.
I'm not. I feel like Justin Bieber he's extremely talented. It's just I just wasn't expecting him to announce with that. And not only also Grand Theft Auto had a funeral for Takeoff too, and I'm mad that I missed it because I heard that it was really good. Everybody was dressed in all white. They had the Lambos and everything out there. Yes, girl, I saw it online. I said, "This is so cool." I've never heard a video game doing a funeral for someone, but I think also because we actually did this story too, where Migos they scored a contract with Grand Theft Auto a while ago to like work with them and do music and stuff like that on the game. So shout out to GTF, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, GTA, my bad. I said GTF. Like get down the fuck now, but yeah. So yes, rest in peace, Takeoff, and our condolences are with you, and I cannot wait to see everything and how they send you home beautifully, because I'm sure it's going to be great.
And just a side note, can people stop acting like tomorrow is a given? Can we all just stop acting like it's a promise, like you just gonna wake up? I know when people say you're supposed to live life to the fullest, so you're supposed to live like you about that. Like it's hard because shit be going on, okay? Work, kids, stuff. Mm-hmm. But in general, just live your life with love. Like get up and be happy.
But this is why
like you don't have to be. You could be on some fuck shit. And if you're a rapper, public service, because this is just I feel like getting shit off my chest today. Mm-hmm. If you're a rapper, if you're an actor, if you're anybody who has come from the bottom, who has made a name for yourself, who can afford your big house up in the hills, who can afford to live better, have better, put your mom in the house, whatever. Stop hanging around the shit that you came out of. When people say out of the mud, that doesn't mean they want to put their clothes on just to climb back in it. That's not what that means. Like, and I think it's so many times that people put themselves in these environments and then they end up locked up. They end up in jail. They end up shot. They end up wherever. You don't have to live like that no more. It is okay.
But this is why we have to get, how they say, oh, you got rich and switch? You need to.
Yes.
If you are still doing the same shit that you were doing prior to hanging around the same people. But the crazy thing is, with this situation, we have to know that even any person that was in that circle or invited to be around in that environment was getting money. Let's just also be clear about that part. You're not no broke person hanging around them at a boat, because this was us. They rented out a bowling alley. This wasn't like they didn't know the person who did it or anything like that. So at the end of the day, you have to not just get rich and switch with your surroundings, but you got to get rich and switch up here. Because you can give somebody money, all the money in the world, and they still doing the same shit. That means mentally here they are not sound. They have not grown. There's no growth there. You have to change. You do not see pictures of Jay-Z and Beyonce hanging at a bowling alley. They got that in one of their houses.
No bullshit. I'm not going
to. And I'm sure y'all do too. I'm sure y'all do too as well. We got to get rid. And if I can't invite you to my home, I don't need to be around you. If you cannot be in my safe space, like if you don't, I have a person who is never even been in my house, but he got my address to show you how safe I feel. You know where I live at. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not feeling like that with you, I don't want you around me, son. But your mentality definitely has to grow. You can no longer be the smartest or the richest or the wealthiest person in the room. You have to surround your people with like-minded individuals, okay? Not just rich in their pockets, but rich in here and rich in here. Because I'm telling you, we taking our guns and shooting.
When I get rich.
You said what?
When I get rich. Y'all not gonna fucking see me.
I'm gonna be on the island somewhere, bitch. Come find me.
I'm gonna be like, dang, anybody seen Tina DMV? No!
You get scarce, and that's how you run your value up.
Am I about to go get this check and I'm out?
Right.
Like, you're not gonna catch me over my grandma's house just lamping, waiting on a nigga to rob me. It's not.
You know what I'm saying? You get rich and switching. You do things like what Jay-Z did, which my man is trying to buy the Commanders. Okay, my man is talking to the owner, Jeff Bezos. It's rumored that he might be buying the Commanders. The businessman met up at Horses in LA on Monday night, November 7th, days after word got out that they had mutual interest in putting in a bid for the team owned by Tanya Snyder. The meeting seemed pretty important, especially when the restaurant is closed on Monday and they got exclusive entry to go. Hello. That's what I'm talking about. If I want to do something, this is how I'm going to do it, even though he's Jewish too, but we're going to talk about that later. Snyder was shocked the NFL community when he and his wife Tanya Snyder confirmed on Wednesday, November 2nd, that they've hired Bank of America Securities to aid in a potential sale for them. According to reports, Snyders are looking for $7 billion. The fuck? Shit, go ahead, Jay. I'm like, that's that new money switch. That's what you mean you gotta do. You gotta upgrade your thing. Dan and Tanya Snyder and the Washington Commanders announced today that they have hired BOFC Securities to consider potential transactions. The Snyders remain committed to the team and all of its employees and countless fans to putting in the best product on the field and continuing the work to set the gold standard for workplace in the NFL. The Roc Nation mogul is worth $1.3 billion per Forbes. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. So he's most likely in need of an investment team to complete the ownership. Because remember, they want $7 billion, and my man is only 1% of that. That is just still love to even say that you a 1%er. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I just wish I had 7. Damn, shit. Anyway, Jeff Bezos will be perfect fit for it because his estimated net worth is, drum roll please, $113.8 billion. So my man can in his sleep with this, and there's not going to be a dent in his pocket. So we see, you know, if this does occur, Jay will be the first Black owner in history of NFL to own a team. And he's also looking to purchase also the Denver Broncos. Go ahead, Jay. I'm so here for it. Actually, he was looking to purchase the Denver Broncos, but that was before it was sold to Walton-Penner Group in June for $4.65 billion. Damn, the Washington Redskins, that's some good bread. If the Denver Broncos sold, even though Denver probably ain't that great now, but they sold for 4.65 and they want $7 billion for the Redskins. I mean, yeah, but shout out to Jay. And this is what we talk about growth.
Somebody asked, didn't Jay-Z own the Brooklyn Nets? So he actually owns 1% of the franchise, which he purchased for $4.5 million. So just a piece. He has 1% of the net. But I mean, good for him for even jumping out there. Matthew McConaughey has also tipped his hat. But Matthew McConaughey, I don't think is even in the billions. He also
no, he ain't in the billions, but he could contribute. Look, she said, I don't even think we ain't even in the same class bracket
as well. But so this is my thing. When it comes to fans owning teams versus people who look at it as a business, I think there's a disconnect there. You know how many men watch football and they want to be a coach from the sideline? Like Tom Cruise at one point wanted to have ownership in the Redskins because he's such a huge fan. But I think that there's a disconnect there when you're the fan and in ownership. Like I don't think you can really clearly own. But that's just my personal.
Is he a fan?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a Commanders fan, and I ain't never seen him wear no Commanders nothing.
He's not a fan.
I do feel like they deserve a fresh start as a team. I do feel like if you bring in new people from the top, that maybe the trickle down, it makes a difference. So many times after they lose so many games, they ousting these coaches, they ousting the GMs, they ousting the this, the that. There's nobody ousting no owners. And sometimes that's where it starts. And unfortunately, like some owners can really be overbearing into like I felt like a long time ago the Texans owner was doing too much because he wanted to be every man and not let people do their job, but that's neither here nor there. But good luck to the Commanders. You know what I mean? Hopefully they will have new ownership.
We need a fresh start.
A fresh start and really, do their thing. So I grew up on the Redskins. I'm not a Commanders fan currently, but I still want them to thrive. When my team gets here, they whoop their ass, and I appreciate that. So,
who's your team?
I like the Texans. They're not doing well right now. My Texans are losing every.
You might as well like the Commanders. Like, no.
I mean, they make me so mad.
Yeah, well, I am looking forward to this ownership. Like I said, Jays will be the first, and we haven't had those, and I feel like it'll be a lot of change. If you cannot beat them, join them, buy them, and figure out how to beat them and maneuver, and also make it work. And add some new blood to it. So I think that this will be good. I think he'll have a lot of creative ways of thinking or seeing shit and how he wants things done, because Jay is just a genius in itself as well. So shout out to him expanding his portfolio. Shit, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching the NFL or the NBA. Fuck. This is not the views of Illustrate Radio. Fuck the NBA right now. I'm boycotting the NBA. And I haven't really been into football since the whole Colin Kaepernick. So I'm good off y'all as well. But in music, talking about that, so Boosie and T.I. working on an album, and my man Boosie said it's better, it's hitting better than the motherfucking Drake and Future album. I mean 21 Savage album. And I'm like, well, okay, I haven't really heard either one of their albums. But apparently him and T.I. been in the studio, and he says that it's better than theirs. That's what he told Fat Joe, at least. He did give him their kudos and said it was hard. He was like, it's hard, but I don't think it's better than ours. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what is better. I haven't heard the Drake and 21 Savage album either, but I have heard some good things about it. So we'll just see. It's a Rubber Band Man and Badass. So he was like, this shit different. Wait till you hear it, bro. Boosie first announced the news in September, and the album still does not have a title or a release date just yet. He's like, me and T.I. got an album on the way, he said at the time. We send the songs back and forth. We're going to get it in for the last rodeo and knock out one for our last 5. He's sending me shit. I'm sending him shit. I got to come with it. It's tip. We snapping, bro. This is long overdue. So, I mean, we going to see. According to Hits Daily Double, Her loss is projected to sell 335,000 and 350,000 in the first week, which is 424 million to 450 million in the first week of streams. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. That's a lot of competition. I don't know. Drake kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? Drake kind of like lit. 21 Savage is lit in his own right. But I'm not really a 21 Savage fan because I feel lyrically, I don't really know his lyrics. So I just don't know him to have any, you know. But I haven't really been in tune with 21 yet. So we're gonna see, because I don't know. Boosie and T.I., that might be a little I might be looking forward to that Atlanta shit, you know what I'm saying? You might get some clapping music, some good rapping, not trapping. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. What you think, T? T probably like, nah, I think it's about to be some shit.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. So let's check in with the audience real quick. So DB Johnson said that Boosie and T.I. gonna be fire. If Boosie and T.I. bring trap and stay true, it will hit hard. Uptown King 77 says Drake sings too much. So this is where I am, because I love hip hop. Okay. Now, I love T.I. Okay? I do. If you're going to give me Rubber Band Man T.I.,
yeah.
or hell, if you're even going to give me Paper Trail T.I., I could see maybe. But if you're going to bring me this, I've been on tour doing comedy T.I., and I ain't really been putting those songs out for years that's been fire T.I., I don't know. And then I like Drake. I like 21 Savage. I haven't listened to their album though. I ain't even know they had songs together because I'm my old bitch. But I always love Drake's sound, and I really do like 21 Savage. I could see their collaboration being dope. I gotta listen to it. But let me just sit on Boosie for a second. Anytime Boosie gets on anywhere and makes these grand statements, y'all, we be let down, y'all. We be let down. I don't have no faith in Boosie. I don't have no faith in him, y'all. Like, even if T.I. gives me everything I'm looking for, if he bring Tip, he bring Clifford, he bring everybody he is, I don't know if Boosie gonna hold up his end of the bargain, y'all. I don't know. He be on some fuck shit too often. Like, I don't know. I never really been into him as a rapper. Like, he's been always like a gimmick rapper to me. You know what I'm saying? He got like a couple of hits. You know what I mean? You can play a couple of Boosie hits. You ain't sitting up to bounce no whole album of Boosie and be. I ain't never. And
I ain't never neither.
So I don't know if he gonna hold up.
I'm a Tip fan for sure. I think lyrically, when it comes to like knowing and like giving you Atlanta, like real Atlanta, like he give me like a little bit of mix of Outkast and everybody else that be down there. He ain't Outkast, but I'm just saying he could give me party music and trapping music in the same, and I like that. I like the fact that I can bounce to T.I. and I remember his songs and I can understand his verbiage. A lot of these artists, I'm like, shit, let me go to the lyrics and see what the fuck he's saying, because I don't be knowing. But you know, in T.I. news, his son Messiah has also decided to join the family, along with the stepmother and stepsister as well, and he is performing. I want to see what kind of music it is that he's doing. But he's following his dad's footsteps and a widely considered one of the greatest Southern MCs of all time, of course, Tip. We were just talking about him. T.I. has 4 number 1 hits, 4 number 100 songs. I'm sorry, 4 number 1 songs on the top 100. Jesus! I was like, get it out! Get it out already! and 3 number 1 albums on the Billboard 200. And I already talked about Tiny and Zonnique and all of that stuff. So he did a performance, and he pretty much said to the audience, "Can you all tell that this is my first performance?" They made him feel good. They made him feel welcome. Very much appreciated. And the song that he performed is called "When I Have a Dream" or "When I Dream." So I haven't heard the song yet, and I actually wanted to listen to it before we came onto the show. My butt is squeaking in this shit. Can y'all hear that? It's squeaking, squeaking,
We
squeaking.
can't hear you. Let's find this song now.
Yeah, let me try to find a song and see if we can
Yeah.
listen to it.
By Messiah Harris. Let's see what it's
Is you gonna
found.
pull up?
Oh no, that's better. Let's get to it. Here we go.
Once upon a time at a coffee shop way on down the street.
Is this the song?
It was hard this week. Never spoke much about together they could be, but poor little boy, he's on the verge of falling to his knees. She walks through her day from the time that she wakes up
I
and
think he did a rendition of this song,
can't get enough.
but that don't sound like his voice.
Frown as she longs for the beach, and of course she does, you know. A mermaid she seems to be. With a tilt to her head, she asks, "Is something wrong?"
Okay.
It's different. It's given. I guess his name is Buddy Red.
So he's giving me a little, you know,
Lenny
young
Kravitz.
Kravitz vibe.
Mhm.
Okay. But I haven't heard, but I want to. I don't know if he's supposed to sing or rap or if he just does.
Poetry or
Yeah,
spoken
I'm not
word. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna see what he got, because he's definitely to me, he gives, just seeing him on the show, he was very reserved, quiet, but when he did speak, he spoke with sense. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to see what else he puts out, because you know, when the song started, I was actually really feeling the vibe, and musically it was like, okay, all right, he's setting a different tone. He's not like the other sons. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like all three of his sons do music, pretty much. And yeah, Damani is one of my favorite artists. I actually love his music. I think lyrically, my man got it. And that was the one son that pretty much said, "I don't want any of my dad's handouts." And he also has a song that's out with him and T.I. too. Now that song is fucking fire. Okay, they killed that shit. It's like father and son or something like that. I think that's the name of the song. But yeah, y'all know I'd be really excited, because I love talking about, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me. Let's talk. Okay, cool. So we're going to get right into our hot take. Now, I pretty much already know some of this, but if a relationship is toxic, but the sex is good, would you stay? And we're going to elaborate on this, because I feel like we can both pretty much answer this quickly, but I'm going to let my sexologist go first.
Yes, I stayed for a little while. Yes, I did. First off, the best sex of my life, having to let that go, you guys, because he was so toxic. Oh, it was so difficult, because who was gonna fuck me like that? To this day.
Damn.
But no. So, I mean, the reality of it is, you know, you guys, it would be so pretty of us to be like, oh my God, no, it's not worth it. Everybody has that one last times times two, one last times 3. So yes, I have. And it's not something that I would say, oh God, I would do it again. But it's not something that I would say, oh God, I would never. It's hard when it's hard. It's hard. You know what I mean?
Because I don't feel like toxicity is where it starts. I feel like you can't get me if you toxic, like off the rip. You know what I'm saying? You tend to like, exude behaviors later down the line or show who you really are type shit. But I'm not just taking toxic out the rip, right? Or, because not everybody's toxic. Sometimes people just might not be on your frequency. Now that's different. You know what I'm saying?
The relationship pattern, you guys, and this is one of my theories. I'm gonna put this in a book one day. Don't steal it. But the relationship pattern. In the first 6 months, that's the fluff anyway. That's the bullshit. That's the me that I want to give you. That's the me that you see, the me that you think I am. And then that next 6 is me letting my guard down. So now I'm farting in front of you. Now I'm doing these things seriously that I don't normally do, because here's all these things about me. I've gotten comfortable. Okay. So here is where, if I'm toxic, here's where those red flags start to come in, because here now I'm doing shit that's red flags. And then that next piece is, oh bitch, now you've seen these red flags. Is you gonna stay? You gonna fuck with it, or what you gonna do? You know what I mean? So I think when it comes to people being toxic, no, we don't see it in the beginning. Yeah. But after about 6 months, you see that shit. But then if they giving you this pipe that feel like a brick.
Okay, so
you shouldn't even be saying this on live any day. But when I tell you that
she said the one last time she ended up with twins, ain't can't stop. She said that one last time she got twins, so she lesson motherfucking learned. Okay, so the person that I am literally today is saying no, because I got boundaries and there's things that I ain't finessing on. Besides, somebody else took the bar and took it all the way to there. Okay, so, but this was the person, y'all, that told me to take my wig off. Okay, the person that bared me down, made me love on myself, and like loved on me out the gate. Okay, and also the same person who broke my heart with the toxic shit. And I had to establish boundaries for myself, right? And when I say I love you, that love that just doesn't just go away. Like, you know what I'm saying? I also understand that it's either, okay, I'm faced with a choice. Either I want to take those lessons and move the fuck on, or do I want to take those lessons and say, okay, well, we can be friends at least, right? Especially if we're not ending on really bad terms. And it was a mutual thing, and okay, we understand, all right, everything happens on, for a reason. Even if we can't be together because of circumstances, the love is still there. And I understand that. And then once you have some bomb ass, especially some neck, some neck, and you get the neck and it, like, I mean, it's 360, like they just flipping you over the, and you gotta say, no, we can be friends. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, this is how you know you over that shit. When you can be around the person or see the person and chill with the person, and you not feel a motherfucking thing. Like that shit don't even ring in your ear. That's because you've gotten better. Either you got better or you receiving better, or it's both. And for me, look, I'm telling you, you gotta not finesse. Like you gotta know that if you got some bomb toxic, you gonna get some bomb great. You know what I'm saying? Some bomb goodness that's not. We just can't be willing to settle.
Yeah, but you know what though? Some people are addicted to being toxic. Mm-hmm. Some people are addicted to that toxic life. So it's a lot of people who are staying in piss poor relationships because they like that shit. It feels good to them. Sometimes even the sex isn't good without the toxic shit. If you didn't just fight, if he didn't just cheat on you, if whatever the case may be, like some people are addicted to the toxic stuff. So like you said, we're older, we're different. You know, that's why I say I couldn't say that I would, I couldn't say that I wouldn't. It would really depend on my emotional connection to the
No,
person.
but
But
look
it's
though,
like you got to be over it, and when
yeah,
you're
that's what I'm
not,
saying. You gotta be over it, over
not
it on something else that's better to make you like, you know what? Why would I ever want to risk it?
right,
Like,
but I'm gonna be quite honest with you all. It's not like I'm not gonna front like I don't miss it though, because
you can miss
it's
it.
the reality. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna act like I don't miss it. I'm not gonna act like that. Maybe on a subconscious level, I compare other situations to that because I want somebody to take me where that person took me
To
if
the
not
next level, and we should.
You know what I mean? Like, if not higher. And me and that person only just scratched the surface. And I was like, but I was so happy to be rid of that person. Like, weight lifted, being peaceful, happy. Keep your stress.
Yeah.
Keep your stress. Like, I think sometimes people forget about peace of mind when you're thinking about a piece of pussy or a piece of whatever. You forget about having peace of mind. You forget about how being in tune with yourself matters. You know what I mean? We put ourselves on a back burner so often. And so other people who I know who are spiritual, who maybe don't participate in sex as much, they feel like they would never fall into that groove. They feel like they would never fall into a situation where it could be oh so good because they don't allow themselves to indulge. But I feel like just because you allow yourself to indulge in great sex doesn't mean that it automatically makes you dumb. Doesn't mean that you don't see what's wrong with the person, or you don't see what's wrong with you, or you don't see. It doesn't mean that. I think that you just have to have discernment, and you know when it's time to go. I feel like you know when it's time to go. You know what I mean? And the people who maybe don't have the will or don't have the strength, or they stay, then there's something deeper in them. Like, even for me, when I knew that I should have been rid of that dude, but I kept going, it was because for real, the freak in me had not been satisfied in that. And I put her on Front Street and put my feelings on the back.
Backstreet, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that was your choice.
Yeah, that's just the reality. And when I said, you know what, bitch, sit your ass down somewhere, okay? Because it ain't that damn good. You know what I mean? That is your peace of mind. So I think, you know, these things are a choice. We've been talking about letting go in the beginning of the show. We have to understand when it's time to let go, even when it's toxic. Like, hey, yeah.
And we gotta let go and reflect. Like, look, I don't even know how I can explain it to y'all. Learning when to let go is like and attract what the fuck we want. You gotta reflect and deal with, because every person that I've been with or committed to in a relationship, it's a reflection of where I was at that time. Where was my mental space, what I was thinking, what I was going through, right? And sometimes we done gave love so much that when somebody show us an ounce of love, right, and they can fuck us good, oh, that's what a toxic shit be coming in, because you start not to see certain things, right? But you got to be willing to look internally to say, you know what, that was a reflection of me. I chose that. You know what I'm saying? I chose to stay. I chose to, because it felt good. All right, so now let me go ahead and do the work, the internal shadow work that I love to talk about, and take responsibility and move on. And I promise you that every person that you're with, once you learn a lesson, you won't have to repeat it. Right. And I felt like, even though at the time I couldn't see outside of him, like I was just like, oh my God, he's so perfect. He was the one who planned for me. We talked about marriage. We talked about all these different things, and how we were growing together financially and things like that. And it was like, I said, oh my God, I finally found my person. And then my person left. Right. And I was just like, damn. For a second, I was like, it's not really a reflection of me because I don't feel as though I did anything wrong. What was it that I didn't see? So I didn't want to take a look back at it. I was like, you know what? It ain't me because it wasn't. So I wrote down exactly what the fuck I wanted, what I could have saw, what I missed or whatever in that time of reflection, because I do go back and try to learn what the lesson was. And the lesson was that there's better. That I'm just going to give you a taste of what you deserve. And once you get this taste, I'm gonna see what you do with it. Are you going? Because I could have easily called up somebody who was toxic. Because I did have somebody who used to. This man right here, okay, made me feel like I was the most beautiful being in the world. All right, that he knew how to do everything. My little Haitian prince, you know what I'm saying? Like he was everything. But I already knew you were jealous and you got fans.
Time out because it's people in our comments. Big shit. Never trust a big butt and a smile. First off, trust me. Trust me. Okay. DP Johnson says moving on quickly and letting go increases the body count, but that's a different conversation. Hell yeah. But just because you moved on don't mean you have to move on physically. You know what I mean? Definitely doesn't mean physically. They say the best way to get over a person is to get under, but I can't condone that here.
Yeah, I say rush your front. Your body take time to heal. Rush your vagina. Okay, do some detoxing on the full moon. Let all them demons out, all the energy out, all that juju and shit in you, and then you can revisit the table. But this is why I was going to ask you this in the beginning. I'm glad that you brought this comment up about having sex while getting to know someone or dating someone. Mm-hmm. Do you feel as though there's certain particular situations where, depending on the vibe, you can kind of feel the connection. You can kind of feel where the person's going because do your things align or whatever. So do you feel as though that clouds the judgment having sex while you're getting to know someone?
I feel like that's a very subjective thing.
Okay.
Because you can meet somebody and have an immediate connection. Mm-hmm. You can. But you can also meet somebody and it's like, you know what? I need to baby step this. I have to take my time. I could say, yeah, it's going to cloud your judgment. You're not going to be thinking clearly. You're not going to whatever. However, I know people who met and were married within 4 months and have stayed together more than 20 years. Yeah. And I know multiple couples like that. I know people who, they say they know. So I think that it really speaks more to your mindset and what you can and what you can't handle. Mm-hmm. Certain men say, well, if you get it too soon, you don't respect the person. Well, if I get it too soon, I don't have respect for you neither, nigga. But a hoe is a hoe, no matter what you got on your leg. But I feel like that has always been the negative connotation that comes with women. There's been a negative connotation of women who want or desire or who feel that fire. You know what I mean? You might just meet somebody and it pop off that way. You might meet somebody and you say, you know what? No.
I just feel like though it's a vibe. It's a vibe and a connection. And when you are of sound mind and you make that kind of decision, it's different because you ain't judgment. You ain't on your judgment's not clouded, right? But I would recommend that if you are getting to know someone and you are just starting to date them, do not go out while you're ovulating. Ladies, this is just my advice to you. Or rub one out before you go. So that way you allow yourself to see things clearly. And I don't really condone masturbation anymore, right? However, sometimes the body just can't help it. Sometimes the body needs to release in order to see things clearly, right? And not to be so, oh my God, hot in your pants because, you finally getting touched and ain't nobody touched you in like a year type shit. So, rub one out before you go out. Fellas, you can do this as well. Get to know the person and you can tell based off chemistry. Is the conversation forced? Is it dry? Like, where's the fluidity? Look for fluidity. I'm telling you, fluidity is the key to the green flags. All the red flags is when the moment you question yourself, don't do it. If you gotta think, like, I can't explain it without like trying to put all my business out there. But when you sure, it's not gonna be no question. when you know, you know. Okay. So
I feel like some people put too many labels on those dynamics.
yeah.
Whether you're dating, not dating, if you're serious, not serious, like what monogamy is, what it isn't. Like I think
I
that
feel like all those things are felt.
Here's the thing. If we are two consenting adults and we've decided, hey, again, we're mature enough to handle what this next step is, then whatever it is, let it happen. Whatever it is, let it happen. If that means we're going to keep going on these dates, then we're going to keep going on these dates. I'm going to eat well.
She said if I get one off a kiss, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? But if that means that, you know, once this date is over, you already know that your breakfast is going to be ready in the morning because you just worked me like a full-time job all night, then eat well, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like people put too much stock in where
pressure.
we think we should and we shouldn't be, and how long is this and how long is that, and did you not do this and did you wait, and now y'all niggas still on this 90-day Steve Harvey shit. Like, I think it's too much.
I'm not on that.
I think that people just need to live. Like, just do you, whatever the hell that is. If that means give me these 8 steak dinners before I let you see a titty, well, goddamn it, 8 steak dinners, maybe 10, and you get 2 titties. Whatever the case may be. I just think that, you know, we spend too much time trying to dictate or not dictate, or trying to grow accustomed to what society tells us is right, wrong, and different. And then it's cultural bias in it, because white folks be boyfriend and girlfriend when they fuck the first time, but I don't think that works for black people. But neither here nor there. We'll talk about that another day. But I just think that, you know, whatever it is that feels good to you, fucking do. And if you're mature enough to handle it, okay. If you're not mature enough, then sit your ass in the house.
Yeah,
sit
and build whatever standard is for yourself.
Sit your ass in the house. Be on birth control. Use condoms. Whatever. She said, don't masturbate. I say, get your shit on. Whatever it is.
Just don't make a habit of doing it with pH, because then I become numb. Then I became numb to other people. Okay, I was hooked. Okay, and you put these fantasies in your head and things that you want. You know, that's what I mean.
Well, and you guys check out all of DP Johnson's books. She just said that she's on her 3rd erotica book. Can't wait. So
oh yeah, we need to bring you back on, baby.
She ain't been on because she don't like doing interviews and stuff.
Why not? Great area. We need you on the show.
Just read us an excerpt.
Yeah, just read us an excerpt. It's not gonna be like we're not gonna drill you. We're gonna make it real fun. We're gonna make you feel at home, and we get to talk about stuff that I love to talk about. Y'all know I love talking about the sacred energy exchange. Hello, come on, man.
And it's called The Gray Area.
Yes. So yes, y'all make sure y'all go check that out. I'm sure we can find that. Where can we find your book in the Gray Area? Is that on Amazon? We need you to respond, girl. Tight,
but I think you know.
But yeah, so just to wrap it up, it doesn't have to increase your body count when you know where you are mentally and physically and emotional in the space. Just try to be aware of self before dating or exposing yourself to anyone else. Be very particular about who you allow in your space, because again, I can know you for 2 weeks, or I can know you for 2 years, and the person I know for 2 weeks could be a lot closer to me, or have a deeper connection to me than a person I know for 2 years. Time does not put experience. Experience doesn't make time, right? It's just the lessons that you learn and the things that you've been through, right? So at the end of the day, if I'm aware and I'm sure of the person that I am today, I may not have been sure a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, but I'm sure of who I am today, then I know what's for me today. I will not let, and you shouldn't let either, society dictate any of that shit. Okay? So it be who you want to be Do what you want to do. Just make sure you're safe while doing it and you're not taking too many energies. And yeah, she said that we can get her book off Amazon. It is available on all platforms.
Go check it out. Grab her book. The Gray Area 2 is dropping next month. I love you too, DP. You too. I don't even know if you're in DC, but if you are, pull up, bitch, because I'm producing a comedy show.
Yes, my boo, December 8th. Y'all make sure, and I'm telling y'all, I know 3 out of the 6 comedians I think I've seen perform before, 2 out of the 6. I know one of them for sure is fucking hilarious, and I cannot wait to see her on the show. I'm super excited. I'm so proud of you, T. Gray. You are doing a damn thing. Not only are you investing and pouring into your own journey, you're also making sure that you do that for others, and that's what you've been doing. You've always been planting seeds and watching them grow, and I'm excited to see this show. I cannot wait
for you guys. So I got 3 things coming up. November 25th, Black Friday, I'm going to be doing the 7 Black Minutes. That's going to be at the Busboys and Poets in Anacostia. So it's, I think, 5 comedians, and we're all talking black shit. We're having 7 Black Minutes of comedy, each person. They also doing contests. The food is great. Entertainment is phenomenal. So if you're available, come out to that. That's hosted by Anthony Oakes. December the 3rd, I'm going to be doing a show in Waldorf. As soon as I know where it's at, you guys, the address. Fucking
Waldorf.
Pull up Charles County. Okay.
Yeah, because DC and Maryland ain't coming out there. I'm joking.
We going out of town to Charles County.
We out of town.
And so also December the 8th is going to be T. Gray presents Pass the Mic, you guys. We're having a hot potato comedy show, passing the mic to the hottest comedians in the DMV. Some of my faves that make me laugh are on this fucking show. My boy Benny's on the show. Jazzy, you guys have got to come and see her. Her energy is amazing. Yes. He's sharp out of Charles County. He'll be there. This dude in the corner, super funny. Von Michael, if you guys are not familiar with him, you need to follow him. The Von Michael sketch show is about to be picked up by Amazon. Super proud of my friend. Dwayne Watts, it's my nigga if he don't get no bigger. Y'all catch him everywhere, because he's working, making people laugh. Kasha Patel, super funny ladies. Super funny guys. We're going to have a damn good time.
They're going to have a good time. I can't wait. And it's the birthday prequel.
Yeah, that Black Friday show is the day before my birthday. So y'all pull up to something. The tickets to my show only $12. Goddamn, get a ticket.
I'm coming I'm gonna buy a couple tickets. Whoever, just come. I'm gonna give you the ticket.
Yes, follow me to see all these things. I'm going to be promoting all month. Super excited about the new material. So y'all get this funny. I'm gonna wear some tight clothes and have my stomach out, bitch. So
and I'm here for that. I'm here for it. So talking about things coming up, December 18th. T don't know this yet, but we going to New York for Maddox Fashion Show. Foreign Labor back in the building doing fashion show number 2. I'm proud of you, boo. So shout out to that. They too also have a podcast as well called Hopefully It Doesn't Get Cut. Podcast. So shout out to Maddox. I'm excited. He's a fashion designer in New York. So again, kudos to you. December 18th. I will definitely make sure that we pull up to the point. T Gray, we can make it a day trip because ain't nobody trying to spend too much money on hotels in New York anyway. Or we can talk about that off air, make plans or whatever since that is, you know what I'm saying, around a birthday.
Last time I wasn't even allowed to drive by myself. So we'll see.
No, you won't be driving by yourself because either way, we're going to work it out where we can go together and team
He's still probably going to be like,
no, I'm coming. Shit, but can I come be a third wheel in the car? Shit, I need to protect this too.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I love that for you. Though. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing everything that you're doing. I look forward to it. And I can't wait. I have a new episode out as well. Magical AF Podcast. Simplicity as fuck. Yeah, so y'all check out that episode. And I need for y'all to listen to the commercials because I need my RPM rate to go up so I can get more coins in my pockets. Okay? Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Just listen to commercials, nothing else. Yeesh. So yes, y'all, we will see you all here next week. Shout out to WEMS Radio for keeping us power and live and streaming us on everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, we all over those places. Shout out to 7 On Demand, which is viewed on Roku TV. Y'all make sure y'all look us up, Illustrate TV. On there as well. If you missed us tonight, you want to catch up on all our shows, we are all of those places and all of that good shit. DJ Stiletto will be back with us next week. We miss you, baby. And I see that you're working and you getting things back in order. So I am so happy for you because damn, I really need a MacBook too. Maybe you could get me one. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we will see you all here next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Thank you all for being here with us. And y'all have an awesome day. We are out. Bye-bye.
Illustrate Radio now.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pussy.